Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing today? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing lovely. I hope that life has been treating you kindly and that you are amazed at all of the great things that are happening in your life. So, yes, guys, today is just another beautiful day. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Brooklyn and White Boy. How are you? Good to see you. Now, all week, I was like thinking it was Sunday. Now that Sunday's here, I'm like, dang, can it be Saturday or Friday? It's like time flies by once it's over. Time flies by once it's over. Ooh, that's a new quote. Let me write it down. Let me write it down. It's one of those quotes that make you be like, okay. That was kind of crazy. Ooh, hey Afro, how you doing? Good to see you. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Wellness with Frugal Mama. How you guys doing? Hey Andrew, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome to Hello World. I'm trying to find something to write this down. That's a new quote that I just came up with, guys. So, time flies by when it's over. It's just one of those like, really, Joy? That's what that kind of quote is. How y'all doing? How you feeling? How are you, Afro? How are you feeling? Wellness, how are you feeling? Andrew, how are you feeling? I'm good. Today's your boyfriend's 1 year anniversary. Cool. Congratulations to your anniversary. Yes, guys. So let me tell you how my day went. So I woke up this morning, then I went back to sleep, then I woke up again, and then I went to the gym. I went to the gym and got it in just a little bit, just relaxing. I know that's right. Oh, this is gonna bother me. It's definitely gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to find a place for that to go. Um, all is well, good. And then I've been working on, you know, my company. So that's pretty much what I did all day. Hey, Big Daddy, how you doing? Good to see you. Joy to the world. How are you? That's pretty much what I've been doing for the day. And now I'm here with you guys. Oh, I'm gonna make another sweet potato pie because I had leftovers. So I'm gonna the leftovers is not enough for a whole pie. So I'm gonna incorporate some of the new stuff with the old stuff and mix it together. That's what I'm gonna do too. So your girl gonna be on her little Betty Crocker baking stuff. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just a little baker. Um, so that's where we are right now. I named today's live, let's recap the roles and responsibilities of humanity. Because I believe we all get it twisted sometimes. We feel like we can't do much or don't need each other, and we absolutely do. Sweet potato pie, yes. Drool coming right down. um, I think we forget we all need each other and that our lives would not be the same if we didn't have one another. And majority of the times, we all encourage each other in so many different ways, and it doesn't even have to be on YouTube. It could be with whoever you interact with most often. Imagine, imagine life or living through life without what you already have, whether you think it's important or not. Hey, House how you doing? Good to see you. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Good to see you. Hey, Mason, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, we absolutely forget how intricate our lives have been woven together, and is due to the fact that humanity, right? I could never ever say that I'm who I am without my parents, without inspiration from others, without people on YouTube, without people that I meet on the street, without my coworkers, without people that I interact with who purchase my books, without those things. Perfect example. Without those interactions, these books would not be here. I didn't think of all of these things on my own, right? Something triggered or inspired me. So if I ever go around thinking that I don't need anybody, then I forget that there's a reason why we're all here. It's the same way that we sometimes forget that nature has been taking care of us forever for all of these different generations of people that have come by. Some generations have taken care of it more than others. Others have slacked because maybe they've not been taught. Maybe they have no inspiration as to why the importance of taking care of nature is. But for those who know better, that's where you come in and remind everyone why nature is important and why we should care for it and why it lives and breathes, just doesn't communicate audibly like we, but it still communicates. The wind blows, it rains, it does all sorts of things. So, where do we feel like humanity doesn't need each other? Where and how and why? Nothing much. They're just talking. Hey, Gigi, how you doing? Good to see you. I've been living my life for quite some time. You know, I'm ageless. Okay, I will never ever tell. I think the day that I die, I'm gonna request that my tombstone says ageless to death. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Just so for people who've been wondering how old I am for all of these years, they'll still be like wondering. I like that. I like being difficult like that sometimes. But nevertheless, perfect example. I was hanging out with Gigi this past few days, and without her inspiration for her being around, then I would not have gained the information and the knowledge that I learned just by being around her. We exercise together, right? So she learned some exercises and she taught me how to be a better, responsible person. Like if I'm with somebody and that's like just starting off working out at the gym or whatever. I'm not saying that she's a beginner at the gym. I'm just saying we're all at different levels of our fitness, right? Just like all at different levels and where we are in life. And if you can't learn that, wait a second, you got to meet people at their level. And then if someone can't learn that, they got to see you at your level, then that's why we forget that humanity is important, because we all get to certain levels in life and then we're just like, oh, I don't need you. Or if you forget that you need humanity, we can't get so far away from needing each other and desiring the fact that we do need each other. We end up losing ourselves. And this is why we're all separated. This is definitely going to get on my nerves. This is why. This is exactly why. And curse the day that we all have these self-help books come about. There's nothing wrong with them. But I'm just saying, it started building that separation. Well, just do it yourself. It started building that separation. You forgot that the person that wrote that book is the same person that sat around people who helped them become who they were so that they could be better. And so that they created the book. In any of my books that have pictures, my first book, this book right here, because I never ever wanted anybody to think that, oh, I'm just this person that came up with all of these things. No, man. This is a picture of a person who purchased from me. This book is in large print because my aunt has low vision. Nothing about this book is all about joy. It can't be. Because if I never met that woman who purchased my socks that year, or the experiences that I had during the course of that year and previous years, would not have helped me to come up with these quotes. So never ever will I forget that humanity. I need humanity as much as humanity needs me. I never ever want to forget that. Because the minute I do, I'm not going to think that it's important that I love you. I'm not going to think that it's important that you can help me get to places that I can't go on my own. I'm not going to think that it's important that somebody needs a shoulder to lean on and I need a shoulder to lean on. Even the people that don't treat me right. Even the people that don't treat me right, it's okay. Because without you being in my life, I would not recognize what right and wrong is. Hopefully, you could double back around and see the difference and want to become that. We talk about this every day, y'all. As much as the amount of air that comes into our lungs because of a tree, and the amount of love that we receive because of someone else, and the fact that we can recognize that in ourselves shows that you're just getting better every day, stronger. But you can never separate yourself from the fact that you could not have been there without those things happening and continuously happening. How is it that no one can see how beautiful it is? A baby, just a simple baby. They just sit there. They sit there, they poop, they pee, then they kind of cry, then they kind of do like, you think they're smiling, but it's gas. And you just get all the joy because of baby. The baby is helping you find peace and joy. And then you, in turn, have to teach the baby how to be responsible and loving. Because without the two, humanity will not be one. This is why I do onesies. Because if we could soak that love has always been the foundation of humanity and how we supposed to treat each other with love, then that infant is going to grow up, go through the same experiences that we've gone through, maybe not exact, but the same type, walk down that same road that we've already treaded years and years and years, and the people before you maybe tread, not treaded. Okay, sorry. And then they get to a point where they're like, I don't need anybody. Yes, you do. Somebody's always going to be sewing into you. Someone's always going to love you. Someone's always going to want to love you. Someone is always going to want to rely on you, not want, but need to rely on you because the gift that you have is not your own, it's for humanity. Mm. Hey, 50 plus, how you doing? Good to see you. At some point, we have to like stop being individuals because everybody's always talking about let's get together, let's band together, let's do this. But it will cost you your ego and your pride in order for that to happen. And although I know we all have to have a little bit of ego, that's fine. But that big ego that says I is the same ego that's going to keep you on the island by yourself. And then we wonder why. Well, nobody loves me. Nobody cares. Because you said I way too many times. But this is a problem that majority of us have. We cannot live this life solely on our own strength. We need your maker, creator, God, whoever you believe in. You need the people that are going to support you and surround you with the love that you need and the attention that you need. And you need to keep on growing. Y'all, hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. Wait, let me find something. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'll be right back. I'm back. How can any of us grow if we don't sow? How can any one of us grow if someone doesn't plant? How can any one of us grow if there's no water? I already recognize the fact that we all play parts, right? Just because I watered doesn't mean that I'm going to see the harvest. And that's okay. Because just cuz the same thing happens when somebody waters into me, they may not see my harvest. Many things can happen. They may move, they may pass away. They may get sick and tired of me and go away. Whatever the case may be. But I could never say that I grew on my own because I realized the value of human interaction. I realized the value of humanity, and I want humanity to come back together. Yeah, I could be the last person in the world, the craziest person in the world to think that is possible. But the reason why I know it is because of where I have been and where I'm going and the thought processes that I had. I started my journey years and years ago. And I always am thankful for the day that I decided to join a walking group. And I met a man that changed my life. He taught me a lot of things. Do we talk every day? No. But I'm still appreciative of what he sowed into my life. I would have not, I would have always stayed one track thinking. as far as learning about different things. If it weren't for him, and if it weren't for him, I would not have been led to half of the people that I've come across. And guess what? He would not have been able to be where he was until he ran into the people that he needed to run into and start thinking the way that he needed to think of to meet a person such as myself, joy. And then I take what I learned and move on and keep going. I told y'all already, you could hear something so many times. You can hear something so many times. And I've told you guys this before, right? How many times was I talking about healing and traumas and stuff, right? Been talking about that for years. Right? I always talked about it. I understood it. But then I was on TikTok one day. I ran into somebody's live on TikTok one day. And it was just at that right time when I was ripe enough. What they said, I heard already, but it was something else that helped me shift so that I could heal from something that had been bothering me for a long time, addressing it, taking out the cancerous cells that was just killing me, killing my growth, stumping my growth. Did I figure that out by myself? No, but I attribute that to them, right? I can't do it by myself. I never will. Nor do I want that kind of weight or pressure. And now that I actually healed from that trauma, I'm a different person. And I've learned to work on some other things too. And the understanding is one thing, like you could be told something, but then to truly understand it and feel it in your core, in your soul, and it finally makes sense. It took another human being, i.e., part of humanity, and the right time, me being where I was on TikTok. And guess why I was on TikTok? Because I wanted to grow to 1,000 subscribers so that I could go live on TikTok. I had no business on TikTok any other way. All I do on social media is for my business. And half the times, I barely talk about my business. But it's okay because I understand that my life isn't necessarily 100% about my business. It's about the business of humanity. It's about the same things that people say can never happen, but can happen if we allow the impossible to become possible. And it all takes every single last one of us putting our puzzle pieces together so we can work together and cohesively become a unit, right? Instead of squeezing our pieces and parts of the puzzles that don't fit, it's not going to make the perfect picture. Right? I used to love doing puzzles. I know I'm repeating myself. I used to love doing puzzles. And with puzzles, I would get a little, antsy and try to squeeze a piece right there, but the leaf didn't fit right. It wouldn't fit right until I found the perfect piece. That puzzle was flat. It laid out, the picture was perfect. It looked exactly like the box. And this is how I truly believe God, our maker, creator, whoever you believe in, sees us and sees how we can, if we just connect, do our parts and connect, then we can all properly connect. Then we'll all start to feel comfortable and thinking, like, well, I do have a purpose. Let me see what it's all about. Do you understand that? A lot of us help people feel okay with wanting to find out what your purpose is. It's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it. And it's also where that person is in their life, right? We're never given what we're supposed to get until we're supposed to get it, right? Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's Reborn Artist Live. Hey girl, how you doing? Same thing. When Wanston was on my channel, I was interviewing him the other day. I told every single last one of y'all something that I had never told anybody else. But because of him, because of the way he embraced me when I first met him in real life, his embrace just took away all of the pains that I had from something that happened to me years ago when I was a kid. Because it was the first time that I had received that I felt like I had received that kind of reception. And it just made everything okay. That I wasn't just this evil person that people were trying to make me out to be, or from the experiences that I was having. But if he didn't have the spirit that he had and was receptive of me, and that effort that we both took to get to know one another, we may never ever get to know each other deep, deep, deep. And I don't even think it's a surface knowing, but it's just simple fact that we have respect for life. We have a respect for humanity, that it worked. You help heal something in my life, and hopefully I do something for you. Whether you want to say it or not, it's fine by me. We're not all gonna get our we're not all gonna get our accolades that we deserve, but it's all right because as long as you're okay and you got all the necessities in life, you got love, you have respect for the people that you love, and you have a little bit of money in your pocket to go ahead and keep living, and that you know your purpose and you're living your purpose and you're being the difference. That's the thing. Humanity is supposed to be the difference. We are supposed to be making a difference in each other's life. This life is going to end. I don't know. No one has ever come back from the dead to tell me what to expect. I don't care what anybody says. Has anybody come back from the dead to tell you what to expect? So while we're all trying to live this life individually, collectively, it would be so much easier if I'm hurting to feel comfortable enough to say, I'll call this person. Oh, I can't call that person because if I call them and express that I'm hurting, they're going to think I'm weak. Why do we have to think that way? Instead of being able to say, I need a shoulder to go on and to cry on, to somebody to hold me up. And I could trust that they're not going to hurt my feelings or hurt me purposely or just be vindictive or even just not even to have that thought. How about that? How about we help each other erase thoughts of what was old? That's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what I believe we as humanity is supposed to be doing. Erasing those old thoughts of how people have been. Of all the times that most of you have been here, I would desire that you could feel comfortable enough to come to me to tell me something. The degree of that's up to you. But I would hope, my desire, forget the hope, because remember, we're cutting out some vocabulary words. My desire was that you would feel that comfortable enough that you can go to another human being and feel comfortable enough to share whatever you have to share. And most of the times, we are all just hurting people, hurting individuals that need someone to relate to and with. But if we don't come together as humanity, little humanitarians, how are we going to just do things different? My theory can be proven as true if we all do our little pieces and parts. We wouldn't have to compete with each other and say, oh, I'm better than you. Okay, you're better than me. So what? I still have to deal with my own self. I still have to ask my body to breathe in and out. I still have to thank God, my maker, creator, whoever, for allowing me to be here. And I don't want to waste any of that time by not trying to at least live out what the purpose is that I was supposed to while I was here. Because I don't know if I'll ever see anyone else again. I don't know if tomorrow's promised to me because it's not. It's a gift. It's a gift. And I recognize that. And I'm so appreciative of that. I'm appreciative when it rains because if we had no rain, then how would our crops grow? No matter how tainted they are, right? Because we know, you know what I'm saying? No matter how tainted they are, the crops wouldn't grow and we would all starve to death. Without the sunlight, we wouldn't be getting our vitamin D, right? And the sunlight wouldn't be projecting the heat enough for the plants to grow. Everything works. Why is it that nature can work together and we who are a little bit more mature than nature can't? Why? Why? The sun knows when to shine, the rain knows when to come, the earth knows when to open up and close. And then we aggravate it by throwing our trash on the ground, by drilling all of these holes, by polluting it with the cars that have all the pollution in them, by coming out with all this aluminum technology. And then you wonder why we have tsunamis and we have earthquakes and then we have all of these crazy, what seems to be crazy weather patterns because, we're partly to blame a little bit, right? When the last time you went to a tree and hugged it? I mean, I know that might be crazy, but do it without anybody looking at you. Because the same time you hugging that tree, you breathing out carbon. And the same way as breathing back into oxygen for us. When the last time we stopped growing? Okay. When is the last time we stopped? Right? Isn't it supposed to be a year that we just not dig and just let the ground settle and recuperate? Oh my goodness. A year for not digging. But yet I'm in Jersey City, high rise after high rise after high rise after high rise. For the past 5 or 6 years, there's been overdevelopment. When has the land gotten a chance to not be dug into? When has it gotten its rest? And then we say, oh well, the sea is receding, or you know what I'm saying, it's coming up. Well, it hasn't had time to settle, come back together. So then when we do have a big piece of rain, the whole of downtown is underwater. And then everybody's like, oh, I need real water. Can somebody rescue us? You didn't care nothing when you were digging your big holes and putting your iron rods in there and putting your cement, poisoning it with your cement. You didn't care. You could have left it as a parking lot. People need to park around here. Instead, you want to build high and have all these tons of cars and all these tons of furniture and all these tons of people just piled up on top of you. And then when this beautiful 70-foot skyscraper start to go like this, it has nothing to do with the construction. We just never gave it breath. That's what I'm saying. We got to respect nature. But yet and still, it does what it does, despite. But we can't even get along with each other. And we can audibly talk to each other. We have understanding in so many ways. We have understanding in hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, talking sometimes, which is a world of trouble most of the times. We have all these senses, and the only senses that nature has are unseen. But we have the gift of everything. But we can't even say to each other, hey, how are you? Are you feeling all right? Let me give you 5 seconds or 10 seconds or an hour of my time just to make sure you're going to be all right. Let's work through this together. You having children problem, you're having problems with raising your kid. Well, another parent should be able to feel comfortable enough to go alongside and receive and give instructions. But no, I think that self-help book. Oh, and then we all started locking each other's doors because of the thieves. But most people won't steal from you if you know them. Most people won't. You got the bold ones. And because people are becoming more and more bold, and I don't think it's because they're bold. I think it's because of all of the things that we're consuming that are synthetic. Mind altering, mood altering things, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the food being processed, the meat that we're eating being processed and grown faster beyond its own reproduction. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of goes into our bloodstream, and da 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 da, etc. Blah blah blah. Mood alter. Okay. So we have the self-help, the age of the self-help, and now we have the age of just changing up our DNAs. And now we've forgotten all about community in between all of that. Mm. But I still believe we can get it together. But we have to talk. Simple communication. We have to talk. We have to talk. We have to talk. We have to see the value that each and every one of us has. I value every single last one of you that are in here. Just heard some may act like it, but they are playing it out, but they are really just hurting themselves. Yeah. I don't believe that because at the end of the day, no one, I don't care what anyone says, nobody is better than next. Nobody is. I wouldn't be here if two eggs didn't join together. Well, egg and a sperm, you know what I'm saying? If they didn't come together, I wouldn't be here, right? That proves already that for now, it proves already that humans need each other for now. And even kids, they have the innate ability to understand and love each other, right? And we kind of guide them along like, no, you can't snatch that toy. You can't snatch that toy out that baby's hand. You got to share. Why is it so easy to teach then and be like, sharing is caring and you guys need each other? But then when we get to a point, we're just like, we start reading too many self help books, right? That's a self help. Don't get me wrong, they're cool and all, but it separated us way too much. Then, of course, when we locked our doors, and you know what I blame? The ultimate blame started off with the radio, then the TV. That is the ultimate divide. The slowest divide was the TV and the radio because everybody started to sit right there, listen to the radio, then to sit right there and watch the TV. Well, I don't need to go outside no more because I could just watch my program, my pre-program, my programming. I could just watch my programming all day, all night. And then we've forgotten about getting to know our neighbors in the community that's right outside our door. Day trips, sitting in the park instead of in the house, giving back to nature by just sitting there breathing out carbon, understanding nature so that we don't have to watch the weather to find out what tomorrow's weather is going to be because then you'll know how to smell the weather. You'll know how to smell the weather and you would have realized, well, it rained a couple days for the last few weeks the same way. Why wouldn't it be the same tomorrow on this particular day? Mm, TV, daggone TV, microwave, and radio. Now, they're all good things. They opened up avenues of many, many people to have been gainfully employed for years and to reach audiences that they could not reach. But then again, it's like you give and take. It separated us from being outside. I challenge every single last one of us to get to know your neighbors. You know, ring the doorbell. They might not answer because nobody's used to having their doorbell ring. Everybody's like, well, call first. Start ringing a doorbell or two. So people like become aware of like, well, what's going on outside? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. If someone were to ring my doorbell, I probably would go, this is the curtain right here. I probably go like this. Who that ringing on my door? Why you ringing on my doorbell? Duh, that's what it's there for. To alert you that somebody's outside. That's so crazy. Well, you shouldn't have rang my doorbell. You should have called me first. What? Before a telephone, what happened? You had to ring a doorbell. You had to knock on the door before telephones became a thing. Like we gotta go back. It just says we need to go back to the basics. Hey Matilda, how you doing? Good to see you. And then we can value each other more and understand that we can't be who we are. We can't go to the next level. We can't continuously go throughout our days without having people, without having communication with humanity. No way in the world. There is no way in the world. I I know I'm a people person. There's no way in the world I could live my life in solitude. Absolutely not. No way, not happening. I don't even receive that. It's not gonna happen. So whether I interact with somebody in the physical or right here in the chat or YouTube, wherever I end up going on YouTube, I need humans. I need humans. And I don't care. I will admit it to the day that I die. I need humans. Humans are my life. You all help give me breath and air. You teach me something every day. You give me reasons why maybe I shouldn't do things. You give me reminders of why I should do certain things, but it's all good because without that, another human being, I couldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have everything that I have. There would be no Be the Difference clothing if there were no humans who support and see the vision that I see. Maybe not exact. It don't matter if you see it exact, but the simple fact that you see it, the fact that you're here, you believe that humanity should come together. Just the simple fact that you're here. And if you stayed here this long, you gotta have some type of inclination. Yes. Hey, the fly Nubian, how you doing? Good to see you. You gotta see it. You have to. And if you continuously come back, you believe it. Now, our beliefs may be challenged throughout the course of the day, depending on what people do. Like, trust me, guys, when I'm driving behind and when I'm driving and I'm on live, I'm tested quite sometimes, but I'm trying to tone that down. I'm trying to remind myself that I don't know what that driver's thinking. I don't know what that driver is rushing off to. They don't know what I'm thinking, and they don't know what I might be rushing off to. So maybe let me just calm down. And if I feel like I need to get somewhere on time, leave a couple hours early. I don't know. But please, guys, don't give up on humanity because if you give up on humanity, then what's the point of being here? You haven't even started to live out your purpose yet. If you even I truly believe that if you feel like There's no point in being here, and there's no point in humanity. You're not living your purpose. There's no way in the world that you could know that you're living your purpose. Because from the moment that I realized how important people are, I started living my purpose. And while I don't understand it all the time, it don't matter. I still love humanity. I still have unconditional love for most people. For most, I have unconditional love. You know what I'm saying? For most people, okay? I'm not 100% there. And I don't want to because at that point, then I don't need to be alive anymore if I get it all together. But for most people, I do have a love for. And the people that get on my nerves, I have a tolerance for and still desire that you may do better. But that's not my job. But I won't want no wish no harm on you. You know what I'm saying? But we need each other. And for the next places that I end up going, wherever tomorrow or next year holds, I'm still going to need humanity. And I'm still going to need maybe the few people that actually care about me to be there, to help continue to build me up, to help encourage me. And you don't even have to say a word sometimes to encourage, because I can recognize when I'm being encouraged, whether by a word or not. It could be just by a smile. It's simple things. And just as simple as it is for us to be able to laugh from just looking at an infant all day long, brushing their little hair, to parting it to the side when they sleeping and just stare at them, look at their lashes and play with their cheeks. And then when they wake up, you good in their face for hours and hours on end. Is the same way. We need each other. And for those who have been so disconnected and don't even appreciate babies, oof, I don't understand that. You really have to start getting back to why. Figure out why you feel the way you do. Because it's just a difference between understanding why and doing the opposite of that why, or basically healing. Mm. Hey, love to travel. How you doing? Good to see you. 47 minutes. I gotta go, y'all. My road rage is the worst. See, that's the thing too. That's not road rage you have. You have aggressive driving. Road rage is when you use your vehicle to cause bodily harm. We got to remember to use our words right, because when people say that I have road rage, I do not have road rage. I'm an aggressive driver, okay? Sometimes. Road rage, the definition of road rage is when you use your vehicle to kill somebody or to cause bodily harm. You don't have road rage. You're just aggressive. Mhm. Unless you want to use your car to try to kill somebody, then you got road rage. I just took my little oh yeah, for anybody that is interested, if you want to lower your insurance, go take the defensive driving course. I do it every 4 years. Mhm. Man, take $20 off. That's what I'm saying. Take $20 off your insurance. Take whatever you can. Mhm. Hey, Q we have a member. We have a member, and it's Q and Nene Vlogs. Good to see you again. Yeah, girl. Been known to throw a coffee or a can. Oh, girl. Yeah, woosah. That's aggressive plus. It's not that important. Let me tell you this quick story. So I only saw the headline. I didn't read it. Okay. I was on YouTube scrolling and I saw a headline of a nurse, a pregnant nurse who got killed. And she was the cause of the incident. It was a driving incident. She got out of her car and got killed. We don't know what people are going through. We don't know if somebody is getting a divorce. We don't know if somebody just lost their job. We don't know if somebody just lost their family member. I was one of those people when I had a family member that I had lost, I was willing to risk it all behind the wheel. I did not care. Thankfully, nothing happened. But we don't know what's going on. And you don't know if the one day you throw a can, somebody going to follow you to wherever your destination is. And we don't want to know what happens after. These are the things that kind of reel me back in and kind of calm me down. I just need to remember that exact thing while I'm getting a little, because that's all they see is us bobbling our head like, they be like, sometimes I go like, hi. I know that makes them even more mad. But I'm just saying, it only takes a second, a milliliter of a second for your whole life to change. A milliliter of a second for your entire life to change for the better or the worse, for better or worse. And more than likely, most of the times, majority of the times, when we live in that little regret or that guilt, we're like, dang, it really wasn't worth it. Mhm. That Russell Crowe movie about Road was wow. I need to see that movie. You don't have to get out the car. Somebody can get out the car for you. It don't matter. You just don't know. And some people are truly living on the edge. And if we as humanity don't start getting together and helping each other out so that we don't reach those points of on the edge, stop hurting each other, start seeing more value in life and the value of other lives. We just don't know. And then sometimes people are truly innocent and things happen. That I can't explain. I don't know. But if we just simply talk to each other, like start going by saying good morning to people again. All right, fine. I'm not a morning person. And most of the times when people say good morning to me, I'm just like, ew, why are you talking to me? Why you gotta say good morning like that? I know I'm not a morning person, but I need to work on that. But I'm just saying, talk to me after a certain hour, then we could. But okay, fine. If somebody wants to say good morning to me, then I should be, good morning. I need to say it back. Work in progress. Ah! Did I just challenge myself? Oh, it's gonna hurt. I just challenged myself to be a non become a morning person. That's gonna hurt because for all my forever, I've never been a morning person. Except for some people. But I've never been a morning person. It's just something about speaking to me before a certain time. It's just like my body not ready. But I have to get there because in order for me to continue to grow, I have to let go of some of those old ways and those old habits. And that's one of them, I guess. Ilk. Is that something I have to work through now? Thank you so much, Fly Bohemian. Why you have to even mention that? I'm just joking. But look, I just became aware. So starting tomorrow, mm, 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 when somebody starts to talk to me, I'll try my best to talk back. Nice. Maybe I'll start pretending like it's not morning and that it's the afternoon when I'm all ready, like in the motion of things. We'll see how it goes. I'll keep you. Hey, Mrs. VSN, how you doing? I'll keep you posted. My coworker said that he will speak to me after lunch because your attitude is dead. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not the only one. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Y'all, this is probably gonna be the hardest, one of the hardest tasks that I have to overcome. I'm not a morning person, but by golly, one day I'm gonna overcome. So thank you, Fly Bohemian. Because had you not spoke about that, see how we need each other? It's high time that I work on managing my tude for the morning. As much as I hate to admit it, it's high time. And I'm okay to admit that. We'll see. I'll let you guys know how it goes and how it progresses. Because it's like, I have the motivation now, but what happens when the motivation is gone? I need to make it become a pattern for my own self. So I'm going to make it become a pattern for my own self so that when we have these morning conversations, and you know what? By changing that one little thing, it might change the course of my life for the better. So I'm willing to do that because I want my blessings. I want all my blessings. I want all my blessings, every single last blessings. And if not being a morning person has been a stumbling block between me and my blessings, well, so be it. Bunk that. I want it all before I die. I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I could have had this, that, and the other, all because I couldn't change my attitude in the morning because I wasn't approachable enough. Bunk that. Thank you. I got my motivation. I want my blessings. I want my blessings. I want it all. Everything that I deserve. I want it. I want it. I want it. Ooh, we have a member. We have a member. And it's swoop like me. There it is. Hey, Points Blank, how you doing? My mom has extreme high energy in the morning without coffee. Ooh, I don't even need coffee either. But it's just, I don't know. It's just something inside of me I gotta work out. Because it's high time that I change those habits, right? Remember how we talk about changing the course of our lives by doing simple things? This is one of them. Oh, I'm excited. Because guess how many flood doors might open up just by working on this little piece right here? Ooh, y'all, if you see me glowing a little bit more, it's because I'm a morning person now. If you see me glow a little more, it's because I'm a morning person. But I can attribute all of these things because of you guys, because of this conversation. And had we not had this conversation, I would not consider trying my best to become a morning person and challenging myself to become a morning person because at the end of the day, if it's between me and what I'm supposed to have, it's going to have to go down because I wasted too many years of my life, my ageless life. I've wasted too many years of my ageless life not getting what I deserve because of what? Not being able to be a morning person? Is that what you said? Oh, that's going to change immediately. It's going to change right now. I get up at 6 pretty consistently. About to drop your video. Anyway, guys, you guys are beautiful and amazing. I try to keep it short. Um, I just try to keep it short. I appreciate you guys. Just so you know, we are on a road to 1,000 episodes. Yes. That's me being on Hello World consistently, as of now, consistently for about almost 200 days, right? Because we started back at like 7, no, 6 something. We started coming consistent. I started coming consistently back on Hello World every 7 days a week, back like in 680 around that time. Or was it 700? Anyway, let's just say 700. No, end of 6 something. Let's just say end of 6 something. I started coming back on Hello World 7 days a week again until I get to 1,000. That's my motivation. What's yours? It don't take much, guys. And as long as you guys are here, it's going to make this time go by so much easier. And hopefully, we are all growing. Y'all help me grow right now. Y'all help me grow right now. For real, y'all help me grow right now. Because I know now I'm going to have to do a lot of meditating, a lot of praying to God, my ancestors. I'm going to have to pull them all in. I'm going to need Buddha. I'm going to need them all. I'm pulling everything in, all the resources that I can get my hands on just to help me through this because this is a tough one. This is a tough one because you know what it is too? It's other people may not be, I don't know. It's different energies, let's just say it that way. And guess what? If I can become a better morning person, then other people that I'm around 95% more of the time than you will see a different version of me and they might appreciate me more just because I'm taking the time out to try to become a better me. Now, what they're responsible for is their own. But if I can be an example, then I'm still living my purpose and humanity is becoming more whole. WHOLE. I will never give up on humanity. I will never give up on humanity, no matter how much happens to me, no matter how many bad things happen. Hopefully not directly to me, but no matter how many bad things happen, I'm still gonna find a reason as to why humanity is still beautiful, is still necessary, and there's still more that can happen. There's still more things that can grow. There's still more beauty in each soul. There still is. But we just have to uncover that. Like an onion, peel it back, cry a little, peel it back some more, cry a little, then see the beautifulness of an onion. I don't know. But I'm never going to give up. I am never going to give up. If any of you ever see me giving up, remind me. Don't think that it's just over and done with. Just remind me because I need you guys as much as you need me. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. Because you also have helped me become confident in being on here. This is how important humanity is. So give yourself a little break when you think that you've completely gone wrong. Just give yourself a break and give yourself like, okay, fine. You did wrong, but let's get back on track and be better. And just be easy on ourselves so that we don't say I give up. There's too many people who have given up. And it's so many things between that give up and what they could have been contributing that leaves that hole. HOLE. You are all beautiful and amazing. There is no mistake about you. Every single thing that you've gone through in your life, whether good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, does not determine the next few steps that you take. I may not have been a morning person for the last ageless years, but starting tomorrow, because I want my blessings, I'm going to be a better version of being a better, at least I'll think it. And I want to act it out, being a morning person. I need you. Oh gosh. Oh man. So wherever you guys end up going for the rest and whatever you end up doing with the rest of your evening, your morning, or your night, just know that humanity is always going to need each other. There's no way in the world we can't get better if we don't help each other heal. No way in the world we can't get better if we don't listen to each other, if we don't love each other and understand how to love, to show love, and to teach how to love if you already know. We will always need each other. And we still need each other when it comes time to bury because it's the ones that are surviving that burial that need somebody else. You think a dead person wants you to mourn that hard for them? Ooh. You think a dead person wants you to mourn that hard for? Well, you already know. I already said, yeah, at my funeral, I need some Italian criers. I need somebody to hire them because I want that whole rigmarole. I need it all. Okay. I want it just for that last little concert. Okay. Thank you, Q and Nini, for the super chat. I appreciate you. I'm gonna need that. That's my only little request, and I'm gonna have a guest list. That's it. Okay. But the point is, we need each other. We need each other. We need each other. So the minute that you start feeling you don't need each other, and the minute that you feel like people have let you down, start giving back more. And you'll gravitate to the people that will feed and sow into you. Right back whatever you gave out. Okay. But from the foundation, it's got to be love. Then we can build higher. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. Feel free to shop btdifferencellc.com for hoodies, books, onesies, t-shirts, custom socks, and so much more. And subscribe to this channel, all other social media platforms, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at btdllc. Feel free to do so. And we have listening sessions with Joy. Everything is in the description down below. So I appreciate you guys. And whatever you do with the rest of your evening and your morning and your night, never give up and don't quit. Keep on working on your progress, your purpose. Keep on working on your purpose. Keep on working on your goals. Create those vision boards if you've forgotten to do so. Do one every day. Do your daily tasks. Work on yourself. Love yourself. My name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and I'm signing out on another episode of Hello World. Yes.